Hiya, Plaiting the English eye now. I've done my 4 double taper strands up in little bundles like this, make them easy to manage. And all the numbered ends, I haven't bothered numbering them both, are on the left. Unlike the belly, as I mentioned, these strands, both ends of the same strand, same double strand, go the same way, so it doesn't matter which end is which. However, it doesn't matter which strand is which on this side. If I hadn't beveled them left and right-handed, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between them just by the bevels. I'd have to make sure that I had, there's a 1, because it's got a little 1 dot marked in there. I had a 1 going one way and a 1 going the other way, and a 2 going one way and a 2 going the other way, as before. But this time, I hopefully don't need any of that, because the bevels will tell me what's going on. Where's the middle? Right, there's the midpoints. A bit more grease. As you can see by the crinkly leather here, this is take 2, because I didn't have the bundles made up and there were strands everywhere and it was difficult to illustrate what I was trying to do. Okay. Where's my little nail? There you are. Let's wipe my fingers on some random strandage. Okay. Let's find the midpoint of the strands first. There we go. Now, to get these aligned properly, I want the bevels to be facing away from each other. So, you go here. And you, where's the middle? There's the middle. Go. Oh no, not quite, because I want these two upside down. So these two are flesh side up. They are the back pair of what's going to be a fork. Oh, blimey. Right, it's you and it's you. Perhaps I should have greased them after having tied them up, because they are a little on the slithery side. Now, where are your bevels? You're now pointing towards the inside. You're oh well, what the hell, I'll just, no I won't, I'll swap them round. Okay, you're still in the middle, good, and you are on top of you two, like that. Right, that's them set up, more or less. There we go. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. With the other 4 up here out the way. Okay, now I want the beveled edges to be pointing towards me. Because this is the point and behind me is going to be the butt, as you'd expect. Oh no, that one isn't right. That one is, however. Aha! Right. You are bevel down, you are bevel down, you are bevel down, and so are you. Right. Just set the plait up first before putting too much tension on it. Make sure that my midpoints aren't going to move. Now, while the leather is balanced left and right, it's not balanced this end and that end. I could have arranged it so if I was doing a long section of 4 plait, I would want to make sure that the the plaiting wasn't going to twist. So you can swap the ends round to make the even and uneven bits match up on the 4 plait. But I actually want to induce a twist in it of 90 degrees if I can. I mean, I'm not trying to. I'm plaiting on automatic here. But if the plait does twist, that's good, as you will find out shortly. Is that about enough for an English eye, do you reckon? A couple of inches? I like to have plenty spare so I can roll it properly and all that. Couple more down this side, and then tighten it off. And put a hitch around. Yeah, it's a lot easier, these little bundles, these are tamales, or whatever they're called, tamales, aren't they? There we go. I think I need a bit more. That side, because what I need to do now, since I've plaited that from the middle, I need to plait the other side and also put another hitch in and tighten it all off and all that. Right. Yeah. Come away from the midpoint a little, as expected. As you see, it's all plait up now, because that's the far leg of the English eye. Not much to say about it at this point. Should be plaiting bevel down any so. Oh, there it is. I tried doing the English eyes flat plait, but it didn't seem quite as finished off, really, to my eye. So back to round 4. And look at it, we've got bevels going down the way here. Bodes well for a happy future. Do we have a midpoint about here? Somewhat more. Couple more stitches and we'll have enough to play with. Again, I like to plait more than I need because it really consolidates it up here. But I think this will do jolly good. 1, 2. Oh, doesn't twist. Oh well, I'll have to give it a bit of a manual twist. But first up, let's roll it. Nice and smooth and flat and round. Lovely. Okay. So, where's the middle point gone? Here on this strand. Here on that one. Right in the middle of those. And here. So around about here is the average. String. There you are. Oh right, now there are 2 ways of doing this. Let's have a little more leather on this side. Okay, first up. Take these little hitches out. Right, that's set up for plaiting this way. Bevels down. Happy, happy. Peg that in place. Okay. Now this is what I'm talking about. This plait, pretty straight, can you see that? And this is going the wrong way. So I need to come round 90 degrees. Which side? Take your pick. 6.5 a dozen the other, really. Come round to this angle, so I'm twisting that round a little, so that it's a 4 plait going that way. Okay, come on, untangle. Untangle. Thank you. Now, I'll just have your peg there. And undo a couple of stitches so they're the same length. Right, not quite actually. Undo that one. 2 more. Right, let's just pretend this is the English eye, it's a whacking great big thing, because it's not going to be okay. The 2 legs, about the same length. The strand, which on a 4 plait would be going next, is on the left. Oh, come on. I've got to mind their own these things. Right, okay. Meanwhile, what's happening here? Ah yes, the strand that has to go next is also on the left. This is good. Now I used to do English eyes this way, fore and aft, and that's the strand that's next going to be working. So I simply hold these together, that comes over 2, that one goes under 1 and over 2. That one there, over 2, oh, under 1 and over 2. This one now under 2 and over 2, thus. And now you're set up for a classic 8 plait, pulling that one round and into place, as you all know how to do, right? Because we've done it before. That side and that side. And then when they're all settled in place, you can give them a little pull and a tug and make sure they're nicely seated, and that is your English eye. But I'm not doing it like that because as one plaits, the bias is going to go this way, which means that when the whip is used, it'll the English eye will be 90 degrees off. It's not exact. The plaiting angle isn't the overall determinant of the bias, but it's a very strong contributor. So let's undo this again. Peg. No, not yet. Undo quite a bit more yet. I think my hands have plaited a bit much. Because undoing these little bundles, as you can see, is a pain. Let's sit over there for a moment. Oh no, they can't. They can just hang there for a moment. Right, how much English eye do we want? Well, about a pencil's worth in aperture. So that a nice latigo, or about there, red hide fall, can be easily enough inserted, not have too much eye. Oh god, this is such a tangle of string, really. Sorry about all the coughing and spluttering, I'm a bit under the weather today. I don't know why. Okay. Peg you. Turn attention to you chaps. Now, where was I? Yes, 90 degrees off, aren't I? That's here. Do bear with me, dear viewer. It is a tedious bore, but that's whip making for you. Because, you know, unravelling strands and unravelling plaiting is what you do when things go wrong. So I'm quite used to all this, having been at it for long enough to get plenty wrong. Back there, what you say? Looks good. Might not just be an English eye. It is an English eye. It might not just be a fall. It might be options, for example. Now, what have I got? I've got the left strand on the top there, and the left strand on the top there. Jolly good. I can now start plaiting, yes. But this time I'm turning it round that way. Okay? And having a look at who's going to do what on this strand. Right. I think if I put you down first, then you'll go over the top, and then you'll go over the top. You've already been over one, so I'll start on this side, because that one there has just gone over one, and that one there has just gone under one. So, you go over fresh air, and you go over one. You go over one. Where are you? There you are. And you go over two. So that's you lot sorted out. Now what I need to do is peg these, because I've forgotten to get my insides to hand. So you lot sit neatly and don't move. Belt. Why a belt? Because what I want to do is insert this up there without it falling out, so I need to clamp it against my burgeoning abdominal muscles and hold it in place. Right, notice I'm setting it up with a bias going this way, because when I plait, the overlay will instill a little bit of bias the other way, so the biases won't reinforce each other. Oh yeah, tuck into belt first, clamp in place, and insert this little end here. Probably through here would be a good place to hold it in while I footle about with it. There we are. Right. That'll do for now. Okay. Marching onwards, plodding onwards. Now this one, in emulation of its chum, twist this around so it's the right way. On the other side comes over fresh air on the back, just like its chum did at the front, and round into a standard 8 plait 4 seam, like that. And then this one is obviously going under that, over the top of that one, just like its mate in the front, while going under one, oh sorry, under 2 and over 2 on this side. And there we go, so it goes pull. I'm not pulling them tight at this point, I'm just seating them. Because I might have to tweak and fettle, make sure I pull them all to the same tension. So that the eye will be nice and even. How are you? You're okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, how are you looking? And how are you looking? Scruffy as all hell. That's because it's not tweaked enough. So, let's just pull the core down a little. Don't want to wait till it's too tight. About there is what I wanted. Maybe a bit more. And that will get cut off at the end. But it's nice to know where it is. I mean, I could pull it down and insert it there, but it helps to firm up the end of the plaiting. Right, now I'm set up for classic plaiting of under 2/2, reaching round in the time-honoured fashion, giving it a bit of a pull. Again, not too much. I'm not having to tension strands further up the whip. Oh yes, let's have a look at the bias. The bevels. Down, 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 deeper and down, get down. Yay! So there you go. That is how to set up an English eye where the eye is aligned with the bias. More or less aligned with the bias. That little twist in the foreplat is probably going to affect matters slightly, but probably not hugely. And because of that twist, this one has to come all the way around there, so we've got to get a fingernail in that one underneath it to give it some space. And remember to get the angle going sufficiently down the way so it doesn't get all crunched up and scrunched up at the top. If it doesn't go quite neatly enough, undo it, have another go. Having noted why it didn't go neatly enough. A couple more stitches and then we'll have a little look and see what's gone on at the back. It should be a mirror image of what's at the front. Not mirror image, same image. There's that, and there is... Can you see that? Yes, it looks the same, and yes, it looks quite neat. Just give it a couple more to firm everything up. So I don't bamboozle you, dear viewer, or hoodwink you into thinking I'm doing it right, when in fact I have yet to check, because this is, as I say, the first time I've done it with bevels down, and I've just, you know, there's a lot of new bits and bobs in this. Right, how are you? Oh, thank God for that, you're the same. Right, when you're ruled, you'll be quite nice. In the meantime, I'm going to knock off now, and I'll raise your attention again when it comes to splicing in a pair of strands. Right, toodaloo.